Hey guys, so I'm going to talk about um, Charlie Kirk's quote unquote funeral. This wasn't a funeral, and the only thing that they had his wife, which was the only person that was a close friend or family member or anybody who was there. The rest of them was a bunch of MAGA politicians, including Trump, including Stephen Miller and the vice president, and it was a rally cry against liberals and how they're going to destroy their enemies and how America is only for Americans only. And let's get into Stephen Miller's speech, which was totally, completely disgusting. I'm not gonna say, or I don't have the transcript, so I'm not gonna say exactly what he said, but several sources have confirmed that parts of his speech were actually parts taken from parts of Goebbels' speech. You know, Goebbels of I might be saying the name wrong, from the Nazi Party, the guy who I believe Joseph Goebbels was the guy who came up with all the propaganda stuff, and so this is parts of this thing were parts of Goebbels' The Coming of the Storm or something like that, and that I mean, this Stephen Miller guy's just a flat out Nazi. And this was not a funeral. This was not a memorial. Hardly anything was even said um, about Charlie Kirk, anyways. Charlie Kirk was supposed to be the whole point of this, but it just looked like a big ass Nazi, um, Nazi rally. And I'm not being figuratively. Look at that. See pictures of that. See it in even film of that, and look at it and compare it to film of the Nazi rallies where Hitler would get up and give his speech. It's the same thing. This is fascism. This is Nazism is coming back in a big way. It's the government is doing it. All these things that they're doing are fascism. They're fascist. um why does the light do this? They're they're part of a fascist strategy. And I mean, first they're getting rid of the immigrants, and now and what and then the next thing they do is start going they've gone after all these minority groups, right? Now they're pointing their fingers at trans people, which is going to cause, if it hasn't already, it's going to cause more violence towards trans people. And this whole thing of, oh, we're that they're going to war against liberals, when it hasn't even been proven that the guy who killed Kirk was um, even a liberal. He looks more like he was a conservative.